Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been, oh gosh, probably a week since I last uploaded a video, but um, you can say I got pretty busy and there were certain things that happened in my personal life that really just stressed me out, and it was really upsetting too and disappointing, and so I decided I needed a bit of a break. So yeah, I'm sorry it took me so long to upload another video, but I've had this recorded, before things kind of went crazy, but I just never got around to editing it and recording a voiceover. But here we are. I am making a retail store. The outside is very modern, and so is the furnishings inside. But this retail store in particular is for my archaeologist sim to sell the little, knickknacks that she found in Salvadorada. So if you do download this build, it is on the gallery already. You can edit it any way you want, um, for clothes or whatever else it is you want to sell, or you can even maybe convert it into a restaurant. But I really like how this turned out. I was basing it off of a picture I found online, and then kind of tweaked it a little bit just because of the way Sims is. It's a little hard to. Um, I feel like for me with this one, it was kind of difficult to get what I really wanted. Like you will see in the main area, I do struggle a lot because I wanted it to be open. Like I didn't want the ceiling to just cut off right there. I wanted it to be, you know, even taller than it actually was, and I just wanted like an open glass space, basically. But it didn't work out, so I just kind of worked my way around it. I'm sorry, to make it look that way, but it wasn't. um, so here we are adding little fountains in the front. I wanted to add this because the building next to this lot is the art studio, like modern art, whatever. I just added it because I felt like Newcrest was a little empty, but I might change that in the future to an art gallery or maybe another retail lot. Who knows? So the I really like this flooring. It's like little black pebbles. It was my first time seeing this, and I was like, "What? How have I not seen this before?" But I liked it so much, I used it as the like the bottom for the fountain, and of course the little walkway up to the store. So with the doors, I had a bit of a struggle again. I really wanted to use these doors, these tall um, doors, but they were taking up three spaces, and I really just wanted them to take two, and so I shifted to this one. But you see, a couple of times I kind of switch back and forth. I'm like, no, maybe I can make it work, but no. um, I do furnish this place kind of, there's the main area where all the items are showcased, and then there's a little office, and then there's restrooms also. And I do decide to add a break room for the employees as well, even though I don't think they really ever use it. But I figured it'd be nice even for your sim if you're gonna stay here for, the whole day. Um, so over on this right side of the building, I decided to do a little um I decided to do it a little different. Like I didn't want the whole build to just be white. And so later on you'll see that I do use like a dark wood paneling, and I do change those windows also to the black version of them. Just so it's not very how do you say it? Just blocky. It's not even that it's blocky, but very uniform, I guess. It's still pretty like uniform in the sense that it's symmetrical, but I just wanted to add a little something that way it's not just one big white building. So in the roofing on this area, I decided to do it, this way instead of an actual roof. I do change the sizes a bit, I think, and then I fiddle around with the roof a bit more. Again, I was having a bit of a problem because I wanted that main area to be just one open space. Um, my video cuts out as well, I think, right now. Right now? Yeah. Um, so I colored the little panels and then it jumped again. I'm sorry, I was actually streaming this on Twitch and then I just kind of took the recording and edited it. Blah blah blah. Edited it. What in the world? So but as you can see, there's that little kind of marble stone detail by the door, and then the rest of that side of the building is just white with the glass windows. And as you can see, I am struggling because I wanted it to be like one whole glass triangular, shape, but I couldn't get it, but I made it work. And then the right side, there's the dark wood paneling, and I did change the windows to the black version. I feel like I've been doing a lot of more modern builds and furnishing. And so, like I said in my last video, I do plan on doing a craftsman home. So that's definitely going to be next. And hopefully I can upload it soon, or at least build it soon and then upload it shortly after. But I've been looking at a lot of pictures of these homes that I kind of draw inspiration from. And there was this one kind of like a farmhouse that you can actually rent and stay in. And I thought it was really cute, really cozy. I might make that after the craftsman house or before, but it's definitely not going to be a modern build. My next video is not going to be a modern build, I should say. So here we are. I tried stacking windows, and then I found out it doesn't work that way because it kind of blacks out the other window that's already in that space. Yeah, I was really frustrated with this. I was just like, why not? And as you can see, I did take out the ceiling, and then I noticed because of the way it's shaped, that little kind of nook wasn't closed, and so it was open to the outside, and then I just couldn't figure out how to close it, and so I end up just undoing everything I did and putting back that second roof, and yeah, I just end up putting back that second roof and then just fiddling with the windows again, which sucks. It sucks. I might figure out a way to get to do what I wanted it to do in the future. Who knows? But in the meantime, I mean, it kind of looks like it's open, even though it's really not. So that's, at some point I was just like, that's all that matters. It's fine. I tried using the dance floor to kind of make it look open, but I was like, nah. What else? At the end of this video, we do get into a bit of not really gameplay, but I did end up using my sim to add a couple of things inside of this. And so, yeah, that's something fun. You can see my my sim that was the cause of all this. But I'm really enjoying the Jungle Adventures pack. and I did just take a bit of a break from playing Sims. I watched the new Tomb Raider finally, and I really enjoyed it. And because I watched it, I reinstalled my Tomb Raider games, not the older ones, the reboot games, because the I actually didn't finish Rise of the Tomb Raider until recently. I I stopped up. Um, I think I was pretty close to the ending when I stopped, and then I upgraded my PC. My husband did get me an SSD for Christmas, and so the games that I had saved on my D drive had to be uninstalled, and then I just never got back to reinstalling them, and so I've only been playing The Sims, League of Legends, and that's pretty much it. Um, so yeah, let me know if you want to see other game videos on this channel, or if I should make a separate one for other games and just dedicate this channel to Sims. But I feel like it's a lot of work, managing a whole bunch of channels, so I might just upload other game videos on this too. So with doors to the office, I was kind of torn between the matching ones to the windows or the one I end up choosing. And the one I end up choosing, I do really like how it looked. I was like, no, this has to work. Excuse me. There's something stuck in the back of my throat, and like clearing it out is not helping. But here we have the two restrooms. I keep saying bathrooms when it's not a bathroom. But so I end up, I think, instead of making like a female and male restroom, I decided to just make it all gender, an all gender restroom. I did have trouble with doors. I was hoping to find one that matched the office door, but in the end, I choose the pretty modern looking one from the doors that we have, which is the metal frames, the wood panel, and then just like the little bar handle. But I do shuffle around with the color a little bit before I just decide it doesn't have to match. Really, I mean, I wish there were more choices for like doors, and the smaller, like single, slot size. So for the office, pretty modern looking too. Nothing too fancy going inside though. Just bookcase, the desk, and then like chairs in front of it, in front of the desk, and that's pretty much it. Like I wanted to add pictures and stuff too, but I mean, no one's really going to see it, and the stuff that I was planning on putting were like the kind of like certificate looking frames, but I figured she has it in her house. Why would she want like a copy of it at work too? I don't know. That's just how I kind of pictured her to be. Um like I guess, you know, I feel like she'd spend more time at home really, but because of the way get to work works, you do have to be um on the lot to sell, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't tried opening the shop without my sim there. Um, so with those two big windows, just those huge curtains to put on top of it too. And of course, the mirrors that I'm obsessed with. Almost all my builds, all my modern builds have that three-paneled mirrors in it in one way or another. If it's not in the living room wall or the kitchen, it's probably in the bathroom. So there we are. I'm fiddling with the door colors, trying to get them to match, and then I was just like, screw it. So I wanted a little area between the actual restrooms and like the hallway, just so the restrooms look a little more hidden. I don't know, I kind of like the way that looks better than just like two doors straight up to the restroom. Um, and then for the main flooring, I do use like huge tiles, which I thought looked really nice. I wish there was like a bit of marbling to them, like the ones in the bathroom, but in the restroom, like the ones in the restroom. But the plain one works just fine too. I'm fiddling with the door again, and then I was just like, meh, meh. Um, so I'm moving to the main store area. So I wanted some of those shelves, display cases, and then I had a bit of a struggle trying to find the other ones that were just like the ones where you can put 3 items inside. I couldn't find them in this particular category, and for a while I kind of panicked. I was like, oh no, do I not have the pack for those? But I do find them eventually. I just couldn't figure out where they were originally. Um, I do move them around from the back towards more to the front because I do make that back area like the staff area. Because as I was building the staff area in front, I realized I have to curtain this place off. It will look a little weird being in the front. And so I moved it to the back and adjust the space accordingly. Um, so the little staff area, I did lock the door so that it's just my sim and the employees that can get through it. That way we don't have curious guests going in. Um, what else do I put in this? I originally wanted it to be bigger like that, and then I realized if I squeeze in the dining table and chairs, there isn't really space for like a sofa, and so I move it around, and then I think we only just have like 2 counter spaces. So if you actually go in and play in this, and you have your sim like prepare a salad or something that requires counter space, your sim will walk all the way to the restroom and use the counters over there, which I didn't really account for, and I probably should have when I realized it. But again, when you download this on the gallery, feel free to fix it up any way that you see fit. And do tag me. I'll. What's a good tag? That way I can see it. Probably just use my name, chiisai shinju, and I'll probably say it. Bleh. I'll probably see it. So there, I did move it to the back, and then I moved the display cases as well. Um, and then for lighting, I did just use the spotlights, and then over in that little area, I used those kind of display pedestals, and later on, I do kind of fence it off, or what do you call those little rails? um, so there's the counter with the register, even though you don't really use the register to when you when your customers purchase. Like I think you have this little handheld thing when you do, which I think is really cute. Um, so I got rid of the lighting and added the proper lights. So I really like these square ones, and I was thinking those would look good in the main area too, but I decided to just put it in that little like hallway or walkway area, and then the spotlights for the display cases. which when it does get dark, it's also a little dark in this area, but I mean, it works. And I kind of like how it looks too. Um, it's not in this video. Unfortunately, um, I stopped streaming at a certain point and didn't realize that it stopped, but I kept playing anyway. But I do add security cameras just to kind of make it look more realistic, I guess. I mean, with the stuff that you're selling here, you don't want to not have security cameras. And then I added like speakers to play classical music too, just so it isn't so quiet when you're playing in this. So yeah, when do I really wish I have the fitness stuff pack. Some of the stuff in there um are pretty modern looking, and I want those. Because I feel like I'm always using the same lights, the same furniture, the same stuff. And so here I realized, where would the supplies for like cleaning and extra restroom supplies go? And so I think I tried changing the counters to the ones with like drawers, but I do change it back and then just added a kind of like the walk-in closet over on the side, and it's just for looks. You know, you're not actually going to use it, but the door that is next to the restroom door, it still works. Your sim can still get in and out just fine. And I think that's it. Is it? No, I think there's still a couple of things I add, like steps in the front. I do put glass railings on the side too, and then I add more lights around the area, which I feel like I went a little overboard with the lights, but I liked how it looked. Um, a little too fancy, I feel like, for a retail store, but who knows? What if you have like a 50% markup or 75% because you're selling, I don't know, like luxury items? Kind of It kind of makes more sense. um so like I said, the steps, I wish we had kind of like marble steps instead of the brick ones, or maybe a nicer like bigger stone slab steps. That'd be nice. And then there we are with the lights. And I add towards the door too. Which I really like. I feel like it's nice to have the little lights towards the entrance, even in houses. I tried putting like a little divider, but because it is raised on a foundation, it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, and so I just kind of got rid of it. And then here I am comparing the building to the one next door, and they kind of go together. I wanted to put those trees. I was thinking, would it be too much if I put them along the little walkway? And I figured, yeah, it is a little too much. So I just got those pretty trees, added a bit of flowers and grass to make it look more natural. I kind of wish we do have the terrain tool still. I feel like there's so much you can do with it, especially for like unique house builds. Maybe they'll add it in the future. That'd be nice. And I picked one of the hedges, and I was like, should I put a hedge? Should I section it off from, that playground on the left? But I figured, nah, there's already a fence and everything. And then here we cut to when my sim is actually on the lot, and I do add some of the relics she already has into the display cases. They do sell for quite a bit, but I think if you sell them directly from your inventory, they sell for more. I'm not really sure. But her house, the dock den, I did renovate that home, and I uploaded a video too if you wanted to see that. I added some of the relics that she found around the house, mostly in the office and the living room, and so I don't have as much as I would like to fill up all the display cases. But anyway, that's pretty much it. It's just me adding a couple last things like that. There we go. What do you call these? The ropes? The line? But anyway, I just sectioned it off that way. People don't just assume they can touch it. I mean, really, they can reach over the thing and touch it, but I thought it would look nicer with it than without. I tried adding another display case over here, but I realized, oh no, there's a window. I don't want to block that off, and I don't want to make it look smaller than or tighter than it already was. Of course, I add another set of mirrors over there, and yeah, I think we're pretty much done. I'm just adding a couple of more those little relics, and here I am trying to take the picture for the thumbnail of this video. I'm so sorry it took me so long to upload this, but I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.